quick video. What is good, everybody? I just want to get quickly into an anime that, for some odd reason, I feel like they just took the approach of whatever they wanted for the end. Because I think this ending of the show definitely gives us more to think about. If you watched any of my previous video, I talked about what happened in the first episode and what kind of gives me a feeling that now what I'm going to go into is going to make a lot more sense for people who see the first episode and kind of might have been confused about it. So what happened in the first episode was Yuuna was practically taken away, in the sense of, like, she disappeared and was not, like, seen again, which we did get an instance of that. But what we have to remember about that instance in general is there was nobody like literally pulling her off, like this was our main character reaching out to her, trying to save her, and pretty much having to watch her evaporate, almost as if this week's episode. But this is the best part about it for me, because I was like, maybe he accidentally, helped her figure out her lingering feelings, which it could still be possibly true, because, I mean, we've only seen one time of this instance happening, and if that is the case, we can write that up as this was a coincidence, that, or maybe this is what happens with two people and not just one. But when they both figured out their lingering feelings, and he helped her, he helped two ghosts, come together that had lingering feelings about one. He couldn't face the girl that he tried to marry and be with forever. And she gave her life for him to try to save him, and he was practically already dead. And she still went in and, ended up passing away with her. And because of this, we get to see just, like, how that could affect you as a ghost. They were both the types of ghosts where they couldn't even, like, leave. They were just stuck where they were until, like how Yuuna said, she was a ghost for so long. I think that was the only true essence for her to be able to leave the place. Because you gotta imagine that with Yuna's memory and the way that she kind of explained that she doesn't remember anything prior to just waking up. I mean, she's such a like a cool character, and this story is going in such a direction that I don't feel like they would make Yuuna lie, just out blatantly lie, unless her life was very, very, very hard as a child. Or maybe she is a spirit or something. Maybe she is some type of, like, ghost that that can, how can I say this? Maybe there is the ghosts that we saw that were, meant to be ascended because they had lingering feelings, but maybe she's a ghost that doesn't have any of those things, and she was actually born a ghost. Or, I mean, we're living in a world where there's ninjas who slay, demons and stuff, so the humans don't have to really worry about it. But then we also have, we have ridiculous things in here that this doesn't seem realistic, so it's funny to think that this is going to be, that this could be more and more of what we've been looking at, in the sense of her wanting to, be taken out, or however you want to, like, ascend up, lingering feelings. She didn't want that in the first, like, she didn't really care for it, it wasn't even something that she was told about by other people in this house before he came, like they didn't ask her if she wanted to go to heaven or not, so it makes me wonder what could be any reason why, uh, that she could want to, that she would want to be on Earth to do something, or if she doesn't want to do anything like that, where, like, you know what I mean? Like, where are we going to get to understand a situation where if she is in that situation where she doesn't want to, uh, she wants to go to heaven, she wants to ascend, is that going to be where the show goes, or is it going to be something that really kind of leaves the thought process of it? Because I was thinking of what the show would be like for the main character if that happened. He probably wouldn't be happy at all. Like, the show would probably be very sad of him remembering times with somebody that was the perfect person for him to just get along with and fix the problems of and all that stuff. And as soon as she's gone, all of a sudden now you're just like some guy who knew a ghost, or had a really good ghost friend. So I'm interested to knowing that, but I'm not sure if I really want to get fully into the manga and then the anime comes out and it doesn't feel as genuine, so that's just me looking at this story at the end of it, just in case, we might not get a season 2 with how many animes and all these other things that happen with the corporation. We just gotta hope that we do get a season 2, and if we do, that it's as hype as this season, because overall, amazing show. I'm glad I watched it through. I had high hopes for the main character maybe getting into another fight, or not another fight, but like finding something that might be a problem in the future for the show. Kind of give them a way to really just push the narrative in the sense of they have more villains and or there's more entities out there that pretty much want to do the same, like harness the power that this girl has as a spirit, or just they want to be on the same team, type of instance. So I'm not really sure what we're gonna get with this overall show, but I think that's where my excitement comes from, 100%. Just because if everybody really gets to enjoy whatever they like in this type of show, whatever they bring, certain things like this that kind of feel left open-ended in a way. They feel like whenever you get all of it, it doesn't seem that it could end there. I want to say, like, it seems like whatever they were going for by the end of this story, they knew the audience could either want more or it could stop right there, because they solved the lingering feeling. And not only did he solve it, he understands that regardless of anything bad that happens to him, he wants it to happen to him as long as it's done by her, because he doesn't mind it. Just like how she doesn't mind being grouped every time he wakes up, There's a reason why, trust me, if someone did not like what was happening to them when every time they woke up, and they had the choice of doing it every single night, they're gonna either not do it anymore or they don't really mind. So it was a funny way of showing just like, oh, they're going to continuously push this narrative that this is such a bad situation that they're in, but when they both enjoy it in a certain way, and they only enjoy it in the sense of seeing each other pretty much, and I thought that was enough for me to understand that, hey, these guys are clearly in a weird situation, but none of it's on purpose, so it's really like nice and free. So with that, everybody, I hope you guys are taking good care this weekend, and I hope you have fun whatever you have planned. If you have stuff planned, it was my birthday on the 26th of September, so I am still doing a little recovery, and I'm over 21, so that should tell you just what type of stuff I can get into. Um, it was enjoyable for me. I had a good birthday, but not only that, I want to get into this grind, so I might be dropping some different types of anime videos, some animes that I have watched and have personally already reviewed, and I wanted to just give you an overview of some animes that may have already ended, but I think you would still have a very fun time watching them when we are in waiting for this type of things to happen. So if you are new here and you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to work on some other stuff other than reviews, just to see if the channel likes it, or we could stick to strictly reviews. Regardless of what we do, it's not going to hurt my inspiration for what I'm doing, because this is very enjoyable. So thank you guys for whoever's here and even bothers to watch the video. It means a lot to me, and I hope that I can make some more good content for you to want to watch the videos. So with that, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.